What's going on, everyone? I hope you're having a great day. Firstly, I want to kick things off by announcing the winner of the Run Baby Belt giveaway, and that is a belt right here, and I showed it in a previous video. It's mostly used for cardio, during your workouts, pre, post, all that stuff. So I put all the names into a list and randomly selected the winner, and I'll put the winner up on the screen right now, and his name is Love LJ Joshi. So congratulations to you, man. I will comment or respond to your comment on the initial giveaway video just to get your attention, but as always, if you're watching this video, just comment down below. That way we can get in touch and I can get your address and all that stuff and get this product out to you. So I will be sending this to you ASAP. And for those of you that didn't win, my apologies. Try again next time. It's pretty random, so it's not like I'm actively selecting someone. I did want to give an honorable mention though, because someone did make a comment and I thought it was pretty funny. I'll put that up on the screen here. And I believe that person's name was, let me check it here, Sun God Gaming. So his point was actually quite relevant, that when you're running around, your stuff in your pockets is, if you're a dude, is going to be swinging around and hitting your junk. So definitely this product would help prevent the junk smashing. But that's it. So congratulations again. And I'll do more giveaways as we go. It really just depends whenever I get sent something. I have a whole slew of things that I actually have planned to give away just because I'm not using them. Like I get sent them, they just start collecting dust, and I'm like, okay, well, here you go, everyone. So I'm going to start doing those, and I'll be posting them up frequently as I go with the weekly videos. So that's it. Today what I did want to discuss, it's actually just a topic that's been on my mind, and it's something that I have somewhat addressed in previous videos, but I really wanted to do an all-encompassing video right now as quickly as I possibly can and have a discussion addressing this particular topic. And that topic is managing and maintaining happiness and how that's achieved, and also how it's not achieved. So basically how you can keep yourself out of a happy state or a state of happiness. So I'd just like to first start off by saying that a lot of people think that achieving or attaining happiness requires the gratification of desire. And that's a big misunderstanding, and you know, it's misconstrued in a lot of ways, because people will go chasing material things. You know, be it, I don't know, they'll buy something, some new cool hot item, or they'll go and get a bunch of food and then stuff their face. Like, this is all material stuff. You know, sexual gratification, things like that. These are all gratifications of desire, and what they are doing is they are keeping you in this realm, this physical existence, this time-bound state. So what I'd like to do is try and address the topic of removing yourself out of the time-bound state. Now here's how things go. Basically, when the universe was created, let's just say, boom, you have a Big Bang. Now the Big Bang, it basically, it occurs, and then the universe is basically created as a perpetual thought in motion. So the universe is mental, and the all is mind. Basically, the universe is created, and time perpetually moves the eternal thought. A lot of people tend to wrap themselves up too much in time and in thought. In order to remove yourself from time, you have to actually practice no mind, no thought. And then at that point, you can actually remove yourself out of the time-bound state. You actually won't have those desires which you feel you need to gratify in order to chase happiness. When you remove yourself from the time-bound state, when you go into no mind, no thought, you realize that all things pass before you. You can actually begin to see your life from start to finish. You can see your birth, your adolescence, your adulthood, old age, and then you can see your death. And you can basically watch this occur before you, and you're basically observing the time-bound state. So you're almost removing yourself from yourself when you're doing this. And going back to the all is mind and the universe is mental, this is a Stoic principle. It's stated in the Kabbalion. It's stated even if you're going into other religious texts like the King James Bible and other religious texts as well. They speak of, in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was God. Now the Word also represents the thought. There was initially the thought, And that thought is then perpetuated and continued by time. So the universe is forever expanding, and it perpetuates itself with the use of time, because time carries the eternal thought. Now, the focus should be removing yourself out of that stream and putting yourself into a limitless, pure potentiality state, which is outside of the existence of time, outside of that time-bound state. So really, if you are able to achieve that, and you can do it through deep meditation, I might make a video at some point on how to meditate and how to focus on removing the thought and going into a state of no thought and no mind. Because once you can actually do that and get into that state, let's call it just a free-form state, because when you're in the state of no mind, no thought, you have no ego. You're formless, you're shapeless. You're basically not attached to anything. You're devoid of all things when you're in this state. And this is a state of true bliss. This is a state of true happiness. It's not something that's found in material things or gratifying any specific desire. It's just found in the state of being. So just being as you are, perfect and whole, and maintaining yourself out of the time-bound state. I actually talked about, somewhat talked about this in another video, where I was saying that you can basically exist within the confines of a control system. You can, basically a control system, I mean, you get up, you go to work, you grind through your job, you take the subway home, you're really like, if you take a big macro perspective of the whole thing, you're just a little ant floating around in a sea of ants throughout your day-to-day routine. So this is the time-bound state. This is what is a constant. It is constantly moving. So if you stay in this state, you're existing in this state, it's not going to lead you to eternal happiness. When you stay in this state, it's fine to exist here, and the point I made in the previous video is you can exist there, but you have to sit back and eternally reside in your absolute, and your absolute being your I self, your limitless pure potentiality, the one that exists outside of the time-bound state and the restraints that revolve around that. So if you want me to do a video talking about meditations and methods of meditation, I can talk a whole slew of different options and practices on how you can lead up to bringing yourself out of the time-bound state, moving into no mind, no thought, and actually being in a state of pure bliss and happiness. I wanted to talk about this specifically today because I've had a few days recently where I woke up and I felt like I was just getting hit with it, like almost like you get knocked in the face when you wake up in the morning. And it happens on certain days. It happens usually at the start of the week, I noticed. Just from an energetic sort of standpoint, I feel different on certain days. And that just could be because it's like Monday back to work, or whatever it may be after a holiday, it's like Tuesday back to work, or it's like immediately forces you into that restriction. So I feel that energetic change when I wake up on a certain day. I sometimes feel it arising within me. And it's something that could exist just within the etherical space, or it could be something I'm creating within my own self. The point is, I'm the observer of these emotions. I'm the observer of these feelings and thoughts, and all of these things, because they are thoughts, they exist in the time-bound state. If you look at Christianity, they have the cross. You see it all the time. The cross, actually, and oddly enough it's a T, it represents time. So Christianity, oddly enough, they blatantly show this cross all over the place. It's almost like just showing people that they are existing in this state of restriction. If you look at some religions, such as the Rosicrucians, which is a Christian-based sort of faith, they actually have a rose embedded onto the cross, and I'll put it up on the screen here. And what that actually means is the soul. The soul is the limitless pure potentiality, which is crucified to the cross. Now what that means is that you, the soul, the I self, you're basically brought up into this time-bound state, this constant, which is the cross, and you maintain that throughout your whole life. Now the point is that you recognize and eternally reside in the rose, in the flower, which is your true self. So if you can remove yourself away from the cross, if you can uncrucify yourself, then you are able to exist in a blissful state, in the no mind, no thought. But again, I could make a video talking about more in-depth ways on how to pursue this. I just wanted to quickly touch on the subject. and see if anyone has any interests in this. Do you wake up and you ever feel like you're just, like you got punched in the face? You don't even know why. You immediately feel a sense of melancholy, depression, or whatever it may be, and these things are set onto you, and sometimes there's just no reason for them whatsoever. In those cases, what I do recommend doing is physically removing yourself from your situation. So if you're at work or something else, go take a walk. Go take a walk, and I don't like to say be with your thoughts. I want you to be with no thought. If you're taking a walk, I want you to focus on your breathing. I want you to focus on your steps. And then from there, I want you to focus on sounds that are around you, but not so much the sounds themselves, but I want you to focus on the no sound echo which follows the sound, because this will help bring you into a state of no mind. This will help bring you into a state of meditative relaxation that leads to pure bliss and happiness. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. Let me know your thoughts on this topic of discussion in the comment section down below, and I will touch on this again, I'm sure, in another video. So thanks for watching as always. Congratulations to the winner of the giveaway. I will do more soon. Take it easy.